GS Valkyries coach gets totally honest on WNBA refs after getting career's first tech versus Lynx. Natalie Nakase was born to lead an expansion team. Raised by a father who spoke more in actions than words, she inherited that quiet strength. Then came Golden State, a franchise built on flash, fame, and global reach. But even with the league's loudest fanbase, non-stop buzz, and endless attention, Nakase stays grounded. She doesn't chase the spotlight or prestige. Her fire burns inward. And that calm, steady presence is exactly what Valkyries basketball needed in year one. Because real foundations aren't made for show, they're made to last. Still, in a rare moment, we saw Nakase fired up and heard. Minnesota versus Golden State looked like a mismatch on paper from the start. The Lynx, one of the top teams in the league, were expected to breeze past the expansion Valkyries. And well, that's how it played out, but as expected, not without a fight. The Golden State Valkyries held their own until just under 5 minutes remained in the third quarter on Saturday at Target Center, when the Lynx finally pulled away. But in that same moment, something else happened. Something rare. Golden State head coach caught fire. With 2:34 left in the third, Nakase was hit with the first technical foul of her head coaching career. The reason? Arguing a foul call on rookie Kate Martin. It was one of those moments where frustration finally boiled over, and if you were watching closely, it didn't come as a surprise. Golden State beat reporter Kenzo Fukuda captured the mood perfectly in real time, writing, "She's Nakase, heated." And when Nakase was asked about it later in the post-game press conference, her response was raw, honest, and direct. Much like her coaching style. "I wanted to get one. I wanted to. I felt like we weren't getting a great whistle. If I don't say anything, my girls are going to get one or someone's going to get injured," she said. This issue of officiating and teams not getting calls has been a recurring theme throughout the WNBA season. Nakase is far from the first to speak out or act out. Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White, Phoenix Mercury's Nate Tibbetts, and Sparks HC Lynn Roberts have already picked up 2 technicals each. White, in particular, has been vocal about her constant frustration with the officiating this year. Nakase now joins a group of coaches including Sandy Brondello, Becky Hammon, Sydney Johnson, and Tyler Marsh, who have all been hit with 1 tech apiece this season. That brings the current total to 11 technical fouls charged to WNBA coaches alone. For reference, last season ended with a total of 25 techs for head coaches, with Nakase's former head coach at the Las Vegas Aces, Hammon, leading the league with 5. But this wasn't the first time Nakase's fire lit up over the officiating. Even back during an 88-77 win over Indiana earlier this season, she wasn't shy about making her feelings known. That night, Caitlin Clark's mistakes were exploited by Golden State's guards, especially Carla Leite, but there were still moments that left Nakase furious. With 1:30 left in the second quarter, Leite picked off a bad pass from Clark and took off in transition, only to turn the ball over after appearing to step out of bounds. Nakase believed a whistle should have come, but none did. Moments later, a questionable off-ball foul on Monique Billings only added fuel to the fire. Once again, Fukuda captured the sideline drama. Natalie Nakase is furious at the referees for the no call on Carla Leite's turnover and the off-ball foul called on Monique Billings. There was no tech that night, but the frustration was loud enough to echo. This time, though, she let it fly and got the whistle. And to make it worse, it came in a loss. GS Valkyries run out of gas in the second half versus Lynx despite strong start. It was a battle of the W's best defenses on Saturday in Minneapolis, and for a solid stretch, the Golden State Valkyries looked like they might just pull off something big. Facing off against the powerhouse Lynx at Target Center, the expansion team held its ground through a physical game until the wheels came off late in the second half.